This Late Night Linux Family podcast is made possible by our patrons. Go to latenightlinux.com/support for details of how you can join them. Support us on Patreon for access to ad-free episodes and early releases. That's latenightlinux.com/support. Hello and welcome to episode 140 of Linux Dev Time. I'm Joe.
I'm Monolith.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Andy.
Good to talk to you all again. So this is going to be a short episode. This is coming out in that weird period between Christmas and New Year, and this year I've decided to have some time off. But rather than having no episode, I thought a short one would be nice. So I've got a question for you all. What are you going to be doing in this period when this episode comes out that is related to this podcast, development, that sort of thing? And nothing is a perfectly legitimate answer if you just want to break from it all.
Trying to stay away from my PC and not write any code.
Right, interesting.
I'm inevitably going to write some, and that's fine. But I have a tendency to get sucked in and do it for too much, too long.
So what, are you just going to try and play music and stuff instead?
Yep. Read books, that kind of stuff. Play games with friends.
It's funny, I'll probably have the exact opposite answer of I'll most likely be chasing around my kids and trying to, keep them all calm while wishing I were starting up with the advent of code 25 days late or something along those lines. So I probably wish I could be doing some fun programming on the side, but most likely I'll be spending time with family. And honestly, that's what I do enjoy over the holidays is getting to spend that time with all of my family.
While this episode's going out, I'll be hanging out with family and having a wonderful time. But there will definitely be a part of me wishing that I was writing code. And I probably mentioned it before, but every year I work on, or me and my kids work on a game that we then send out as a Christmas card for our friends and family. And most disappointingly, due to illness and various other circumstances and a massively overambitious game idea, it's not going to happen this year, which is very, very disappointing. But I'm still, when I get a chance, I'll be working on that and continuing to push it forward and bring it out late in the day. It's basically, it's like client server. Everyone's in a massive shared world. It's just so overambitious. But obviously it's all written in Rust, so it should be out next week.
Well, Andy, next year, I'd like to hear, with your fascination with snake games, I'd like to hear of the Santa Claus reindeer snake, going around chasing the presents, and every time you get it, another reindeer's added. That's what I want to see. Client server model where we have multiple Santa Clauses competing for presents. That's even better.
Right. Yeah, that would be a lot easier than what I'm doing.
So do you all really think that you won't do any sort of programming at all over the break?
I definitely will.
Oh, I'll do a bit when I get a chance.
I'll probably do a tiny bit. I will say I do like to keep up with a lot of programming news. So I will probably be following that pretty religiously. But realistically, I'll probably only do a tiny bit of programming over the holidays.
I won't follow a single bit of programming news. If I get any chance, it'll be in Vim with nothing else open.
At the time of recording, we're on day 5 of Advent of Code. I've done day 1 and part 1 of day 2, but that's it. This is about what happens every year. I do some of it, and then I just never get to the rest of it.
I'm not doing Advent of Code. That is just a recipe for disaster for me. It basically just makes me feel bad with no possible benefits.
A coworker said he underestimates every year how much stress Advent of Code causes. He thinks it's going to be more fun than it is every time.
By the way, it is totally awesome. I'm not against it at all.
It is. No, I shouldn't say he thinks it will be more fun than it is. He thinks it will be less stress than it is. It's probably the same amount of fun he expects it to be. It's just there's pressure to get it done and keep up.
That's why I like going it through Advent of Code after it's already done. So throughout the year, and usually use that as an excuse to learn a new language or something like that. But then there's no stress at all. And also I can stop whenever I want. So that's a benefit.
That is a really good idea. I did do the first day of Advent of Code, I think last year, to try out Zig. And that was what sent me running, screaming away from Zig, by the way.
I'm doing this year's in Gleam, and it's really nice so far.
That's cool.
Aren't you getting a new GPD Pocket though, Andy? Aren't you going to be setting that up over the Christmas break?
The new GPD Pocket is a lot of money. It's going to be 650, 700 quid. And my old GPD Pocket has not sufficiently died yet. So when it really grinds to a halt and smoke starts coming out of the fan, then I will turn my sad little eyes to my wife and say, I really loved that little laptop. And then maybe I'll get another one.
All right. I thought it was properly on its last legs.
Well, I thought it was nearly dead, but it's limping along with no escape key, which I really need to do something about, map it to something else.
Can't you just open it up and try and fix it? I suppose that's probably a recipe for disaster, something that small.
I mean, that would be the way to get me a new one for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a short episode this time, but we'll be back to normal in a couple of weeks. Until then, I've been Joe.
I've been Amalith.
I've been Kevin.
And I've been Andy.
See you later.